Ukraine, which dealt a blow to Russia with Turkish UAVs, offers Turkey a deal. We want guarantees. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy said, "As a country, we want peace. We want the war to end. But of course, we want the end of the war to be based on certain security guarantees. We want these security guarantees to be provided by all of Europe, including the US, the European Union, and Turkey." Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy said, "As a country, we want peace. We want the war to end. But of course, we want the end of the war to be based on certain security guarantees. We want these security guarantees to be provided by all of Europe, including the US, the European Union, and Turkey." Zelenskyy, who was in Ankara as part of an official visit, spoke at the opening of his country's new embassy building. Zelenskyy explained that they had previously held talks with President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan, which were focused on the outcome, and that Turkey had assumed a mediating role in the Russia-Ukraine war, pointing to Turkey's assistance in the prisoner exchange. Zelenskyy said that the issues of Ukrainians returning home and food security were important for his country. Zelenskyy said, "Thanks to Turkey's efforts, we were able to create a food corridor. However, because of Russia, this food corridor was disrupted and people all over the world, especially those who needed these products, could not get them." Expressing his gratitude to all countries working on food security, Zelenskyy said that tons of products were sent to African countries and Syria, and that it was important for these to be sent from his country, drawing attention to the importance of his country's territorial integrity. Zelenskyy made the following statements: "As a country, we want peace. We want the war to end. But of course, we want the end of this war to be based on certain security guarantees. We want these security guarantees to be provided by all of Europe, including the US, the European Union, and Turkey." Zelenskyy said that these issues would also be discussed in his meeting with President Erdoğan. Zelenskyy, who recalled that he was attending the event to open his country's embassy building, noted that it was very symbolic. Zelenskyy emphasized that representatives of his country and the Crimean Tatar diaspora were present at the opening, and stated that he supported the idea when the project for the building was presented to him. Zelenskyy, who emphasized that the new building was worthy of his country, pointed out that many people, including the Ukrainian foreign minister and former ambassador to Ankara Andriy Sybiha, contributed to the building. Zelenskyy stated that the building would be transferred to Neriman Selal, whom he appointed as ambassador to Ankara.